If you finally want to stop being skinny, carry on watching this video and I'm going to give you every single tool that you need to just finally put that skinny to bed. We're gonna build you some muscle. First of all, who am I? What gives me the right to tell you what to do when you're skinny? Well, guess what? I used to be one of you guys. I used to be super skinny. I used to be that guy who would drink, maybe I'll smoke a little bit as well at the weekend, and I just had no priority towards my own physique. I was skinny. I just physically couldn't gain the muscle that I wanted to when I tried. And it wasn't until I put these very few points into place and worked out the method that really works for me, I could then translate this to the thousands of other clients that I've helped take through this journey as well. So stick around and I'm gonna give you the blueprint for taking that skinny physique to a jaguar. The first thing I want you to focus on, and this is gonna be super simple for you guys, I want you to eat for as long as you physically can. What does that mean? It literally just means I want you to keep eating, I want you to keep eating, and I want you to keep eating. Do you not gain weight? I want you to eat more. A lot of people, and one of the things that I see in my DMs a lot is, Josh, I eat so much food, I just can't gain weight. There's a reason why you can't gain weight, and that's because you're not eating enough. It is as simple as that. If you can understand that principle, that if your body weight is not moving in the direction that you want it to, something has to change. That is like the key ingredient to bodybuilding. So if you're eating 4,000 calories and you're not gaining weight, eat 4,300. And if you're eating 5,500 calories and you're not gaining weight, I want you to eat 6,000 calories. Like, it is as simple as that. So there is never a point of you cannot gain weight. It's always a point of you cannot eat anymore. And I want you to eat for as long as you physically can. If you're a true skinny guy, and a skinny guy should be watching this, that is not gonna come with body fat issues, because to accumulate the level of body fat that becomes what we would consider unoptimal, not optimal, unhealthy, you're probably very, very far away from that, and it's gonna take a good year plus to even be able to fathom gaining that much body fat. So keep eating for as long as you physically can. This kind of ties into my next point, which is gonna be to forget about body fat for now. Your issue is not gonna be body fat, it's gonna be lack of muscle. The only thing that cures lack of muscle is eating for a long period of time and getting stronger and building muscle over a long period of time. So forget the body fat right now. One of the biggest things that I see in the one-to-one calls that I take for potential clients is someone wanting to lose body fat but gain muscle at the same time. While not impossible, extremely difficult. My best piece of advice is to pick one of those things, and because we're talking to the skinny guys here, I want you to focus on gaining muscle. Forget about the body fat. You can come back for that dream six-pack later down the line, but with all of the muscle to show for it. If you went straight into that deficit and started to pull off body fat right now, I'm gonna leave you with less muscle than you want. You're not gonna look as good as you want. You're gonna feel flat, you're gonna feel deflated, your training is gonna go bad, and you're not gonna be able to build the strength that you need to build that muscle on later down the line. So I want you to forget about body fat for now. It's the key ingredient. And this is one of the hardest conversations that I have with some of my one-to-one clients is, I'm so sorry, I know you want to lose body fat right now because you're not happy with the way body fat is, but that is not what we should do. We should gain muscle, we should build your metabolism, we should put you in the place that when we do go into a deficit, we can lose body fat really, really easily, and also you've got the muscle to show for it. The next thing I want you to do is focus on getting really strong. Like, just focus on getting really strong over a couple sets. Don't waste too many sets with going 3, 4, 5, 6 sets on exercises. If you're doing 4 or 5, 6 sets on exercises, you're not training hard enough within those sets. So I want you to get strong, but I want you to be very intense about it. If I could rate how hard something is on a scale of 1 to 10, and 10 being you physically can't move that bar anymore, I want you to sit at least 8 out of 10. A true 8 out of 10 should be a really, really hard set. It's gonna stimulate as much muscle protein synthesis as possible, which is gonna allow you to grow muscle, which you're then gonna go back and eat for as long as you physically can. You combine those things and you're going to build muscle. It's really, really important to focus on your form, and you should be safe, and you should be really focused on keeping the same reps, but I really want you to get strong. I want you to chase that 2-plate bench press, that 3-plate squat, that 4-plate deadlift, or if more, add a plate onto all of those. I really want you to get strong over a long period of time. And the only thing that pulling away food and stop eating for a long period of time does is it stops you from getting very, very strong. So I want you to combine those things, and I promise you, you're gonna build muscle like you never have before. Finally, I want you to have the proper program in place. I want you to be doing the right volume, the right sets, the right reps. I don't want you to follow a cookie cutter plan that you bought off the internet for £15. I want you to focus on building a training program that is appropriate for you. Following Jay Cutler's Mr. Olympia prep is not going to serve you very well because you are at different levels, different physiques, different muscle sizes, different muscle endurance capabilities, different muscle intensity capabilities. So what I want you to do is strip back everything, pick 2 or 3 exercises for each muscle group, pick 2 or 3 sets for each of those exercises. I want you to get really, really strong at those. And if you continue to get stronger week on week on week, that is a really, really good thing. And if you can then do it, add a set in or 2. If you do 2 sets, you've been progressing really, really well for a few weeks, try 3 sets. Does that work really, really well? You still progress, you still grow, you look bigger, you look fuller, you look better, add another set in. There will be a point of diminishing returns where you keep adding sets in and eventually the quality comes down. The progress gets slower, the fatigue gets higher, and it becomes not a good trade-off. So this is why I tell everyone to start super low and build up over time. I think if you take those 4 points and apply them into your life, you're going to build huge amounts of muscle mass, especially if you commit to it. So eat as long as you physically can, forget about the body fat for now, get really, really, really strong with some good form, and I want you to put a proper training program in place that makes sense and is built for your body. And I promise you, your body's just gonna explode with muscle. Follow me for more tips, subscribe for more tips, hit a like, hit a comment if you can. We'd love to hear about what your feedback is on these videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.